To the post-match press conference following the third edition of the CSA Black Day ODI between South Africa and New Zealand here at Kingsmead Stadium. At the top of the table, we've got Proteas women captain and player of the series, Woolvardt. Can I please ask the media in attendance as well as online to use their hand to ask a question, and we'll kick off with the media in-house and then we'll move over to Zoom. Because we have a bit of a packed house, can I please ask you to just limit your questions to 2 at a time, and if we've got time later on, we'll come back around. Thank you.
Hi, Laura. Congratulations on the series win and hard luck on the loss today. Just from your side, your assessment of your captaincy winning your second series on the bounce as far as the ODIs are concerned. So how do you feel about that? And also, are you thinking also along the lines of being here on the longer term and being given that opportunity after the way you've started?
Yeah, I think obviously nice to start with the 2 series wins in the ODIs. And nice that I'm scoring runs as well. I think that helps. It's a good thing to consider when considering that decision going forward. I think after the series, after the New Zealand series, the T20s, we're going to have a discussion. I'm going to have a discussion just with obviously coaches, selectors and everyone involved, just to see if it's something that both parties want going forward. But obviously for me, my main concern was still being able to perform with the added responsibility, and so far it's gone well. So.
Evening, Wolfie. Hard luck on the loss today. Massive congratulations on being player of the series. Just your overall thoughts in terms of the performance today. Where do you think the girls came short? And also moving on to the shorter format, which is the T20, just your strategy going forward. Where do you think you need to improve, and where you saw positivity?
I think today it was kind of a combination of things. I think we were definitely on the wrong side of the toss. It was very tough when we batted first. It was moving around quite a bit. But in saying that, I think New Zealand bowled really good lines. They made it really hard for us to score on that wicket that was just doing a bit with the rain that we had. And then as well, I think we didn't have the best start with the ball. I think it would have been ideal to put them under a little bit more pressure in that power play. And then obviously Amelia Kerr batting really well, taking it really deep. I think our spinners did well to bring it back in the middle. It kind of looked like they were going to get to the target a lot earlier than what they did. So I think we did very well to take it as deep as we did. And then obviously anything could have happened in those last couple. So just the execution in those last couple, I think, as well. And then what was the second question? Yeah, I think obviously the T20 is a great preparation for the World Cup that we have next year in September. Obviously they don't really count for points or anything, so I think it's a great one to see where we're at as a group. Obviously having lost the T20s in Pakistan, I think it's definitely a format that we need to chat about, especially our plans, I think, and the fields that we want to set. But yeah, I think it's a great series just for us to go out and express ourselves and hopefully come away with a couple of wins.
Laura, pardon me, Tryone Governor, Metaverse Network Media. If we can talk very specifically on the fall of wickets and the regular fall of wickets and the failure to build a significant partnership or partnerships, is that a factor to experiment and move players around, possibly for the next format? Thank you.
Yeah, today we obviously didn't build those massive partnerships that we were able to in the first couple of games. I think Kapi batted really well and kept the innings together for us, but obviously no one was able to stay there with her for a significant amount of time. And being, 3 down, we were like 40 for 3 or something, which is obviously not the ideal start. But I don't think it's something to be concerned about. I mean, it was just one game. I think in the previous game we had 2 partnerships of one of 98 and one of 100, so I don't think it's been a consistent issue. I think it's just been a day where it was very tough to bat and we could have maybe applied ourselves a bit better.
Cool.
My name is Paul, Metaverse Media Network. Looking at the game, it looked pretty even right to the last 5 overs. At the end, looking at the runs, the balls left and the runs required, it looked very close. And what cost us this game in the end is the 27 extras. Now, what are we going to do to remedy that problem?
I I didn't know that we had 27 extras. That's quite a lot, especially considering how close that game came in the end. I think in the game before we had close to 20, so it's something that we did speak about before we came into this game. But yeah, that's a bit disappointing to hear that we had 27 this game. I think it's definitely something that if you cut out, it would have been a done deal. But yeah, I think it's not just in those last 5 overs where the game went wrong. I think it was a combination of a lot of factors. I think, yeah, it's been a very long day, so a lot of things went wrong throughout the day.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, Laura. Yogesh and Play from the Mercury newspaper. Today, it was a difficult day with the rain delaying the start and also reducing the match to 45 overs. Were you happy overall with the bowling performance of the Proteas, bowling and fielding performance, as the match did get quite close in the end?
I think we probably didn't have our best start with the ball. I think they had a really good partnership between Devine and Kerr that looked like it was taking the game away from us. And I think Lefty had a tough first couple of overs as well when she started. But then when she got to about her 4th or 5th over, I think Lefty and then Chloe from the other side bowled really well, and we were able to create a bit of pressure and take a couple of wickets. And then, yeah, I think that little spell of the 2 spinners in the middle really brought it back nicely. And then we had the spin at one end, and I think we were able to keep restricting and take it deeper than I thought we would have taken it. So yeah, I think it was a mixed bag. I think not all of our bowlers would be super happy with their performance today, but I think some of them did bowl really well. And then in the field, obviously, a couple of crucial chances. I think we had a couple of run-out chances and a crucial catch at the end that could have swung the game in those last couple of overs. So, yeah.
Sorry, Laura. Yeah, just a word on Chloe Tryone reaching her milestone 100th match for the Proteas today. How important has she been for the side over the years, and also going forward, her contributions, how important will they be?
Yeah, massive milestone for her. Very proud of her, and a very special day as well, getting to play at her home ground in front of all of her family. I think she had like 50 family members here today, so it was very special for her. I think she's been such a significant contributor to the team throughout the years, and I feel like we're actually getting the best of her now. I think she's really coming into her own as a cricketer, and she's playing well all over the world in leagues as well. She's really whacking it, and I think her bowling is coming along really nicely too, which just adds that extra dynamic to the side. Yeah, and just off-field as well, she's such a great person and a great bubbly personality. I think she really brings a lot of energy off of the field around the group too. So she's just all-round been a great person to have back, and yeah, we definitely missed her while she was gone.
Hi, Wolfie, Fahida Crouch, East Coast Radio Sport. Can you just talk on the conditions here at the Hollywood Kingsmead Stadium in comparison to the conditions in Pietermaritzburg and Potch as well?
Potch and Pietermaritzburg we found were a bit on the slower side. It wasn't our usual Potch wicket that we were used to, where it was sort of a batting paradise. It felt a bit slower, and then Pietermaritzburg also on the slower side. And then today, when we were batting, it did all sorts, nipping around, a lot of swing, a lot of seam movement. Couples stayed really low. Like I think Chloe's dismissal stayed really low, and then Sine and I got a couple that nipped back. So yeah, it was a tough wicket to bat on first, especially after that rain. But it looked like it got a bit better as the day went on, as the sun came out a bit. I don't think we got the same movement of the wicket that they did. But yeah, my angle's not the best from extra cover, but yeah.
Thank you so much. Moving over to our members of the media online. Thanks for your patience. Amir, I see your hand is up. Please go ahead, sir.
Thank you very much, Amir from Herald Live. Laura, hard luck today with the result, but congratulations for the series win. Just if you could just start by giving us a talk about Amelia Kerr's innings today. She obviously batted brilliantly to take the game away from us. Was it as nervy in the end as it looked for me as a viewer?
Amelia batted really well today. She's a really great cricketer. I think having a cricketer like that in your side that can bowl the way she does and then also score hundreds at the top of the order is something that doesn't come around every day. I think she batted very well, especially taking it that deep, I think was very good from her. I think if we got her out a bit earlier, we could have been in with a different game at the end. Yeah, obviously it was difficult in those last 5 overs. It's always difficult bowling to a batter who's on 90 something and trying to defend. But yeah, I wouldn't say nervy. I would say maybe just a lack of execution. At the end.
Thanks, Samir. Do you have any further?
I've got another one if I can.
Okay, cool. Go ahead.
Sorry about that. You said in the Pakistan post-series presser that one of your goals as a captain was to get a better understanding of your bowlers, their individual strengths, and the type of fields that would work for a specific bowler. Looking at the conclusion of the series, how much more would you say that that process has moved forward?
I think it's something that's getting better every game or will improve with time. I think obviously in ODI cricket it's a bit more difficult sort of knowing when to put on pressure and keep the field up, and then knowing when to sort of protect the over, give the single, or at the death going to death plans. But I think I'm slowly getting the hang of it. I sort of see that certain bowlers sort of like having certain fields and like trying these things and those things. So it's getting better. I definitely think the more that I find myself in different situations, the better it'll get moving forward.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Amir. Any further takers online before we close? All right. Shajin, thank you. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, Laura. Congratulations on the series win. How are you enjoying the captaincy so far? And I wanted to know how much you rely on video analysis and those sort of things.
Sorry, what was the second part?
How much you rely on video analysis?
Video analysis?
Yeah.
Well, firstly, I think I'm enjoying the captaincy. It feels nice to be able to contribute in a different way that's not just batting. I think especially ODI cricket, if you get a first bowler, then as a batter you feel kind of useless for the rest of the day. So it's been nice to add an extra element sort of as a cricketer, and I think it's been helping me think about my cricket a bit in a different way, which has been cool. And then video analysis. Yes, I do like looking at footage and stuff like that. More in the lead up to the series though, just to know what we're going to get from different bowlers and batters. Not as much in series because we're playing the same people over and over. But yeah, it is something that we use before the series.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, and all the best for the T20 series.
Thanks.
Thanks, Shazin. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That brings us to the end of today's